In this demo video, I will give you an overview of some of the products that we offer and then walk you through a normal workflow process. Our software is broken up into two core components. The first is the admin system, which is what you would use in the office. From the admin system, you can create an estimate, convert that to a job whenever you're ready. You will have access to a drag and drop dispatch screen that's very simple to navigate, a company and your own personal calendar. In the accounting section, Service Fusion allows you to invoice customers directly out of this software, but it also integrates with both QuickBooks Desktop and QuickBooks Online. Finally, you have a reports section with the ability to create custom reports and export that data out of this system into an Excel spreadsheet. The second piece is the field worker interface. This is what your service tech would use out in the field from their smartphone or mobile device. From this interface, they can view their job assignments behind a calendar view under My Work. If you allow them to, they can create their own work orders out in the field, view inventory and stock levels per warehouse location, along with basic clocking in and break functions as well that are then sent into a payroll report. The Field Worker app also tracks your service technician's location. This will keep you in the loop on what's happening out in the field at all times. So to start, let's talk about how we keep you and your team organized. Under the My Office tab, you will see Estimate and Job Statuses. Service Fusion allows you to create as many statuses as you need. Once created, those statuses will appear on the left-hand side of your job's dashboard. This will make each work order very easy to find based off your own filing system. You can even search for clients using the search field to the far right. So let's pretend that a customer calls in and requests that we meet them at their property for an appointment today at 9 a.m. In this scenario, the admin will go into the dispatch screen. To the far left, I can view all of my service technicians. From this view, I can easily see that Max is available during that time frame. I would right-click and then choose Job. Doing this will send me to the Create a Job screen, but it also inserts Max as the service tech and plugs in the date and arrival time. So if it's a first-time customer, one that I've never dealt with before, I can key in the information as they provided in these sections. If it's an existing customer, I can search using the first few letters of the customer, company name, phone number, or email address, anything that you can think of to pull up that client's record. Once I pull up a customer's record, in the upper left beneath the customer section, you have service agreements. So you can name your service agreements, define what they cover, even plug in a lifespan. So the moment I pull up this record, I instantly know whether this client is in or out of warranty. Beneath that section, I have the customer's contact information, the service location. Now, if you work with residential customers, some of these clients live in gated communities or a password protected area, so you can place a flag in the box and then type in the gate code so the service tech has access to it without calling the customer directly. Beneath this section, I have a job description and I will key that in here. Purchase order number, it's all tracked and allocated to the work order. So really quick, just to make sure that you understand where we're headed, creating a job in this system is very simple. I have the consumer-related information on the left, scheduling and any notes specifically for the service technician on the right, and at the very bottom, I have a section to key in all charges associated with the work order as well. So going back to the consumer side of the work order, at the top we have a toolbar. The second box are customizable fields. In Service Fusion, you can rename these fields to say whatever you would like. So the admin or the service technician can plug in the answers that apply, and it's all tracked on this work order. You have a section for photos, documents, even equipment and equipment history with respect to this customer as well. Now on the scheduling side of the work order, if it happens to be a multi-day job, you can place a flag in the box and then plug in the start and end date. In some industries that we service, they have jobs that repeat. So you can place a flag in the box and then set the parameters for how often you would like for the system to recreate this work order, and it does it all automatically. In the completion notes section, the service technician can summarize what was done on this job, leave recommendations for the customer, anything that you can think of, and those answers will populate in this section. In the middle area, we have a section for you to plug in a full diagnostic checklist. This will ensure that your service technicians are doing a full diagnostic on every single service call. In the notes section, you can send messages back and forth to the service technician. This area is private and this customer will not be able to see the notes in this section, but it's still linked to this job. Under reminders, you can set the system to remind the customer or the service technician by means of email, text message, or phone call with respect to this job appointment. Scroll to the bottom and click Save Job. So for most of our customers, it literally takes 60 seconds to create a work order, and then you're on to the next task. In the upper left, the system will assign this the job work order number. On the right-hand side, I can take a deposit or create an invoice with one click of a button, email the work order to my service technician, or print out the work order with or without the pricing. So we created a job and we assigned it to Max. So I'm going to play the role of Max to show you what the service tech sees when he receives this job. So the work order we just created ends in 726, so I would click My Work. The job ending in 726 is the very first work order. We'll click on it. And this is your service technician's view. In the upper right, they can see the customer name and the scheduling information. Behind the Info button, you can view all jobs and estimates that we've ever done for this customer historically. Hopefully this will save your techs a ton of time from a diagnostic standpoint. Behind the Mapping button, I can receive turn-by-turn directions to the job site, upload as many photos as I would like, and capture multiple signatures and connect those signatures to this work order as well. Scrolling down to the bottom, the service tech behind the task box can view the diagnostic checklists and can check off each task one by one as they complete them. This way you can confirm that those tasks were completed prior to them leaving the property. Behind the Invoice tab, again, assuming that we're at a customer site, and now we need to add some charges. So as you probably have noticed, you can add a product and you can add a service. Now you can do this separately or you can bundle them together. You guys probably know this is flat rate pricing, but we will do this individually for this particular example. So let's add a product. As you can see, all the categories are broken down and they're enhanced with images. So it's a lot easier for the tech to navigate, and if he's in front of a customer, it's a lot easier for them to sell. So I will choose Split Systems. And as you can see, we have two subcategories. Again, very simple for the tech to navigate. So I'll choose air conditioners. And in this section, you can view the products, add it, and now I can view the description. I can view as many pictures as you would like to upload, and even videos. Now the videos are something that's normally supplied by the manufacturer unless you guys choose to produce something in-house. Pricing can automatically load member pricing if the customer's under an active membership agreement. You can also modify these prices at any given time on the spot. Scroll down to the bottom and click Add Product. Very simple. So we've added one product to the work order, but we also need to install this unit. So I can scroll down to my service catalog. It's also set up based off the category. So I will choose Installation. And here are the two items that I have to choose from. I'll choose the first. Scroll down to the bottom, click Add This Service. Very, very simple. So we have our item, we have our install code. At this point, the job is done. So when the job is done, they would scroll up to the very top, click the power button, and then change the work order status to completed. Once the job is completed, the service tech would scroll down, and again, behind the Invoicing tab, if you have ancillary charges or any rates that you would like to add to the work order, they can be applied behind Adjust Current Charges. You can email the work order to the client or print it out and hand it to them. Otherwise, I would click Finalize Invoice. Once you click Finalize Invoice, it moves this work order over into your invoice folder in your My Office dashboard, but it also maps this work order over into QuickBooks with the exact same invoice number. We're trying to eliminate as many additional steps as possible. Now, if you're dealing with a residential client, you can take a payment out in the field by cash, credit card, or by check. If you're working with a commercial client, more than likely you're going to send them an email or you're going to email them the invoice. So when I click Email, it will pull up the email addresses associated with this work order. Most of our clients create an invoice template, which in this case would summarize what was done on the job, the charges that the client is responsible for, and a link for the customer to make a payment. The service technician can attach as many relevant photos or documents that you would like to share with the customer and click Send. Now, if your service tech has access to a wireless printer, they can print out an invoice that has the company letterhead and logo on it. If you work with property management companies, it does separate the service location from the parent account. and a description of the charges that the client is responsible for. Now, a lot of our customers, they like to add a more personal touch to their invoices and estimate structure. And for those clients, we have what are called custom documents. Now, with custom documents, you may want to reinforce your brand with your customer by showing some of your previous work, maybe some customer testimonials and reviews. It can also be used for contracts and multi-page proposals. It's extremely powerful, and it was the most requested feature prior to its release. Now, if you do decide to take Service Fusion on a test drive, it's important to understand that we have a plan for you and your team to help you with the transition. 24 hours after you sign up, one of our trainers will reach out and schedule a call so we can help you set up your system, invoice structure with your company letterhead and logo on it, statuses, help you import your data. Once this is done, we will follow up with you every 2 days to make sure that get your questions answered, and also to facilitate public and private training classes for you and your team. It's unlimited and there's no additional cost. No one in this industry provides the level of resources that we offer. We want to make sure that you get off to a good start and that you have the help that you need. So I truly hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at 888-902-0304. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great day.